So yeah, there you go. So look, this is going to be mute. It's going to go, you know, it'll be fine in a couple of weeks. It'll be fixed, but it just shouldn't be released like that. I mean, it's not a me problem, is it? It's not a you problem either. It's a their problem. Really? $70? No. But it's all down to this amazingly modeled, study level 3D cockpit that allows you to really fly the 737 in your own home.
Nevertheless, grave danger, I fear, in his training.
it. I took this during Discord, and I have them of random stream during the week, and I'll see you then, folks.
Yeah, that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time.
And we will certainly make some buttons and space special there, folks. See what happens. The sea is climbing all over the place. The one I'm crashing it for right, those buttons. It's time for us to sign off. I think she wants to treat. Do you want to treat little buttons? Do you want to treat? Okay, just look at me until I actually get up to speech. Excellent, folks. Pleasure as always. See you soon. See you next time.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Oh, here comes Button straight away. She knows exactly what's happening. She just jumped. I should have had the camera there actually, so you can see her jump off her bed there, or her sleeping area. Buttons, I do have a treat for you. A celebratory Friday treat for Buttons. First thing on the checklist, folks, is a treat for Producer Buttons. Thank you, Producer Buttons. We're in Portugal today. I hope I got the name of this runway correct here. I can't really pronounce it. I'm probably getting it wrong, but it's we're going to Porto. I know that much, but we're Rutis. Sorry, I've just been drinking my fizzy drink here, so forgive the burping. Welcome, everybody. It's Happy Friday. Welcome. All is good. We're in the Airbus again today. I've decided to fly the Airbus one week and then the 737 the next week, and then actually next week is going to be the ATR, because that's coming out, isn't it? Tuesday? So when I get into the ATR, it'll be all next week. Then it'll be like the 737, then it'll be the Airbus, and we'll do a week at a time, because I'm getting mixed up with 737. You know, one day after the other. You know how it is. You know how it is. This is a lovely little airport. This is a fantastic little airport. Very, very nice. You'll notice I'm getting not 54 frames because I've got 3 screens here. Now if I activate this screen, which I've done, about 100 frames a second. Do you know? And Gatwick yesterday was just 40. About 95 frames a second there. It's giving us. So it's a lovely little airport in a lovely little area of Portugal. I haven't been to Portugal before. Some fancy people have an apartment in Portugal, in Ireland, and they go off, come back with their suntan, you know, which is fine. And I love it because, right, if you're lucky enough to afford an apartment or any property in a foreign country, anyway, in Portugal, they go off, they don't need to bring their bag, right, or anything. Just with their passport, their keys, maybe, for their property in Portugal. And they hop on the airplane, get off, and go to their other house in Portugal, which is, you know, I always thought that was really cool. You know, they always think they're really cool. I don't need any bags because my house is on the other end. Anyway, that happens. I have no doubt it happens, and I know it happens. I know people who make that happen, and it's cool. More for the rest of us then. The tide must rise, folks. Do you know? There's no point. You know, the tide must rise. But this is a fantastic scenery. Look at that little airport. Isn't that nice and neat and tidy? You know, let's have a look here. Just right in the hill there. It's up high so it doesn't get caught by the fog. Very well placed. Whoever designed the airport? Some airports. I think it's Bratislava is in a bowl. Do you know? And when I say in a bowl, it's lower than the land around it. And of course, it gets very foggy very quickly, doesn't it? Do you know, the fog will just sit in there in the winter. It's very foggy in Eastern Europe during the... Certainly in a lot of Eastern Europe, it's just haze over. You know, it's very foggy in the winter. But very, very hot in the summer. So here we are. I think it's a lovely little area, isn't it? I'll have to get my house. Maybe I'll with all the subscriptions that are getting. I'll have a house maybe here on the side of the hill. You know, a house there. That one, yeah, not the apartment with those middle class professionals, but a house like that. You know, a big house, so I can overlook the airport. Happy Friday, folks. Here we are. We're going to get going. We're going to Porto. Hope you're all well. Copy D's with us. Greetings, Clappy D. And Brendan Berry's in the chat as well. How are you doing? So you know where we are. We're on the North European server as always, folks. Come in and join us. We'll give you plenty of time. La 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 la. They got the fire station here and all that kind of stuff and things. Very nice. Very nice. I think in ultra settings, right? In ultra settings, I have to say to you, stuff disappear. Look, the grass kind of disappears there. And the little thing there in the corner. Look at this guy. Now, you know, look here, right? It's an ultra 4090 and all the stuff still does that. Look. It has to do something. We wouldn't be getting 100 frames a second otherwise, would we? Right, let's go. You're all complaining. Get a move on, Gripper. Now, I'm making a conscious effort, if you can even call me that today, a conscious effort to slow down a bit. Do you know? Just slow down a bit with the old speech. Come on. There we go. It's coming. It's coming. Are you on the way? No. Come on. Request jetway connection. Yeah, there we go. I must have hit the button properly. Look, you can see inside it and everything. Look. Yeah. A GSX I'd love to use. I'll when I get time. I see I got to fiddle around that. I kept crashing the stream. I couldn't stream with it, so I'll try that again. I'm sure they've had updates. There's the door opening there. Very nice. Very nice. It looks like an old 1970s school in that area there. Anyway, let's get kicking off, folks, shall we? Let's get the checklist ready. And let's run it through it, you know, steady, at a steady pace. What I mean by that is slightly quick, but a steady pace. Brendan Berry's with us. Greetings, Brendan. Oh, I said that. Brendan and Clappy D's with us. Yes. On the chat. Okay, let's go. Okay, cockpit is all good, and we've got our controls all set. Our engines should be off. That's from yesterday's flight, because I didn't do any turnaround stuff. That comes up, and let's turn on the battery masters. 1, 2, and the external power, please. Thank you. I can see the fuel pumps there. We'll switch those on. We'll have the crew oxygen supply, please. And we also have the strobe on auto. Is that on or off? That's auto there. Turn around. No. We put the wing lights on for shits and giggles. We put the nav lights on. And the logo. We put the safety belt signs on and the no smoking signs on. We'll have some overhead lightage. We'll have the dome light on dim. We'll also have the emergency exit lights for the packs. And we got the lightage. Have we got the lightage? Yes. Lightage is there. Let's align the. Oops, that's not IRSs. They call them different for Airbus and Boeing. They call it different names. IRS, cheap, all that kind of stuff. Gyros, gyros, laser gyros, all that kind of crack. That's up there as well. Let's get some lights on down here as well, folks. And before we heat up the starting, let's get some music on, folks. A little bit of background music wouldn't do any harm. It sounds much nicer with a bit of background music. Now let's go from the checklist. Marker brake chocks removed. Well, let's not remove the chocks yet. Okay? I'll tell you why. Come on, do your thing. What's going on Stream Deck here? Oh, Jesus. Reset cam. Where's all the stuff and things? So the baggage should be doing its thing there. It's obviously decided to be very slow because they're all screwed up there. Okay, that'll take a while. Okay, we'll leave the chocks on. Ground power unit is connected. Throttle is set. Engine masters are off, which it just did. Batteries are on. Generators are on. External power is on. ATRS is set. Panel displays, price is set. Nav lights are on. Panel lights as required. Landing gear lever is down. Spoiler retracted. Fuel quantity fine. That's going to be from sim brief. And fast safety belt signs also on. No smoke signs also on. Anti-ice, we're not worried about that because we're in Portugal. It's scorcho. Transponder should be on standby. It is. And so it's TCAS. Emergency exit signs, I've done that. Flight management computer. Great. So I did all that without having to look at the checklist. Aren't I? Great. Send me a medal. You know, I hope you're looking forward to the weekend, folks. I'm thinking that some of you will be, I'd say most people now, since the sun's out where we are, just going straight to the pub. Now it's all kicking off the outside outdoor pub thing, so summer's coming, folks, thick and fast. Lib Rocketeer's with us. He says slow and low as always a good idea. Yeah, slow and low, so it's a good idea. We're actually going quite low. The cruise, St. Brief told me, is about 14,000 feet. And of course I left my knee pad over at the other desk there, which reminds me I have to get that video I want to do about my setup little office here, you know, or studio I like to call it, you know? I like to call it a studio because it sounds fancy, you know, let's be real, you know. welcome to the Gripper Sim Studio. You can be decided when I do the video if I ever get it done. What I've got. Yeah, it's giving me 14,000 feet. Yep. Right. FMC. Let's load up. Init. Init request. Shady is with us as well. Ground services must be heard. You say you wanted to slow down a bit. I thought you meant them. Yes, they probably did. Slow everything down. Yeah, they've stopped. Right, it's on the way. Maybe I didn't do it right. Maybe I did something foolish and unwise. Do you know? So the ATR is coming out, folks. I will give you an advance notice, okay? So I won't have a clue. I never even saw an ATR cockpit. Oh no, I was in a sim, was I? Oh yeah, I was in a sim a few years ago. Yeah, I was in a sim in an ATR a few years ago. For the first time. I can't really remember, to be honest with you. They kind of rushed the whole thing, you know. But I wasn't in an ATR sim now that I think of it. And I don't remember it being overly complicated. And they kept it simple. In fact, they kept it too simple. Oh, good God, how did you do that? Anyway, you've seen this a million times. Unfortunately, this is not GSX, so we don't need to worry about that, do we? Bikes go on automatically like magic. Very sarcastic today, aren't I? Flight number 01. Cost we'll do cost, we'll go 50. Cruise altitude, now, yeah, it says 14,000 here, but we may change that. 140. Minus 12, that sounds about right. Very low. Very low indeed. Yep. Can we go next page? Let's go back here. It's all fine. Let's do our mass and balance that. Or actually, before we do our mass and balance, let's do the runways and whatnot, okay? So, let's go into flight plan. And let's get our departure in. Departure will be from runway 21. We're looking for Frorn. Foxtrot Oscar Romeo November T Charlie. Thank you. I'll have that. And we're arriving into Porto. I decided runway 17 because that's the only one with an ILS. We'll take the tailwind, thank you. Alpha Sierra Papa. 2-3 Tango, that's it. Now let's check that. Let us check it and make sure that it's all good. Is that 11? Just my headset is very low. There you go. I can hit the B button here. 1004, okay, fine. And let us check that. Yeah. Plan mode. 20 miles. And let's have a step. No problems, no issues. It's gonna be a short trip, I think. Do you know, 170 nautical miles? Let's go back to performance then. No, let's go back to init here. And let's do our mass balance, folks. Mass balance. Come on. What did I say? QNH was 1004. 1004. Very nice. The weather is synced. The weather here is, look, I don't need to read that, Scorchio. It's very funny in the real world. Okay. When I fly the little airplanes, it's just, you get a little bit like this, I suppose, after a while. Now, I would never say it to a student, right? Or a pilot. Well, if an experienced pilot comes to me, right? And let's say I'm flying the little airplanes in a day like today, right? I'm going here today, right? And we're sitting like this, right? And we're having a chat. And he says, what's the TAF? Right? Terminal area forecast, which means the weather over the airfield. I look at him and go, have a look. Look! It's clear. Do you want the TAF to tell you that? The weather forecast? Do you want me to read that forecast to you? I'd never say that to a student though, because when you start flying at first you haven't got a clue really. You know. That's fine. Now, where was I? Yeah, I'm very lazy today. It's Friday. I'm in a very lazy mood, folks. Just won't do. Won't do. Let's have a read the comments here. Gripper, maybe pin the sim brief PDF to the chat. I will. Thank you for reminding me. Let us do that. Now that you told me, I can just cut Control C and V. Here comes the flight plan. Clappy D. No problem. Ask me anytime. There we go. That's the one there. And on Twitch there, just, I know there's not many people on Twitch, but there, I'm not really a Twitch person. Well, I am a Twitch person, but most people watch me from YouTube, you know. No one's really a Twitch. Anyway, so, let's load the aircraft. We're waiting for 149 passengers. We got 149 passengers. See, the problem is, I had a big feed, and I want to burp, but I can't. 58.3 and 30.6. 58.3 and 30.6 was it? 30.6, 58.3, 30.6 confirmed and inserted. Fuel planning. Nobody says you can have it appear on the top by selecting more on your messages. Mm-hmm. How do we do that? How do we do that? Pin message. Is that what you mean? It's pinned. Your connection when it's interrupted. Is that what you mean? There you go. Thank you, Clappy D. Of course, finish. Is that what you mean? Liberacketeer says 14 is good for eye candy. Yes, it is. Flight level 14 is good for eye candy. You're actually quite right. Liberacketeer. Thank you, Clappy D, for your tips as always. You're a star. Can I do it on? Oh, I can do it on. I can do it on Twitch as well. Very nice. Okay. There's so much to it. Streaming. There's got a lot to it. Anyway, we're on block. Let's go performance now and get our V speeds and the rest of that stuff. Music too loud. Sounds loud to me. Let's turn a tiny bit. In fact, we'll go to the next track. In fact, we'll go down a few because you've heard these before. No? Something kind of... I'll put that up to 20 because it's a very low volume song. Let me know if that's too loud, will you? I know you will. I have no. I'm delighted when you do that. Okay, so we're taking off runway 21. 21. Surface is dry. Flaps config. We always take off at 1. Toga. Ooh, yes, I think so. Short runway. It's usually if it's under 2,500 meters. It's be Toga. It's under that. Anti-ice negative. Backs on. This is hot. Load that, please. Load that, please. QNH 1017. It gives me here. I don't know why it does that. It's QNH 1014. 1004. Anyway, let's take what it gives us. That's not right. There's something I've done wrong here. Let's check the actual weather for the real world terminal area forecast, shall we? I'm going to check the real weather, and that's one way to confirm the QNH here. So we are Lima Echo Charlie Oscar, and the QNH is indeed 1004, not 1017, folks. So for some reason, let's take it from SimBrief. It may have a delay. Jesus, it's a big delay if it is. Okay, V speeds 118, 140. 118, 140. If anyone knows why it's not calling this out, please let me know. Because it ain't calling out the V speeds. Maybe it never did in the Phoenix, you know? We're going with... Oh, we're not using Toga. We're using Toga, yeah. We're using Toga. down 1. Flaps 1, down 1. We're using toga. 0.1. There you go. Flex to temp is irrelevant. Now, we try this. Let's try no. Now, if I do this, it's going to say toga required. Right? Right, where's this? Yeah. Oh. What? Bear with me. 2,188 meters, and I have tow force, tow focus. No. I saw it come up there briefly. You know? Okay, toga required. That's fine. Now it says 118, 114, 140, and we're still the same. Down 1. Okay, great. Happy days. That's that done. Wind. Let's load the winds up. It's a bit creepy song. Will I get rid of that one? We'll give it a chance. There we got the winds. Look at me. I'll take right. Now, note to self, because I haven't used that before. Now, I went into init and it had winds here, so I need to start doing that now, right? Look at all that. Happy days. Get all the winds there. That'll be a bit more accurate. Happy days, folks. Happy days. So that's the flight management computer dealt with and done. Departure briefing. Okay, we're going to be taking off runway, as I said, runway 21. So, where's my mates gone? We want the nose. Let's get back to arc mode, please. Let's pop on the constraints. Let's zoom in. We want the tail to the right. No, to the left. Tail to the left. Push back, please. Push back, please. Get rid of the chocks. Let's get all the stuff, peeps, away from the airplane. You don't want anyone being sucked into those engines, do you? Do you know? It's worth a thought. Do you know? It's just like when you start your prop. Now, hang on, Gripper Sim. There's a few things you've missed here, right? You haven't switched on the APU. Right? That'll be needed. Right? That will indeed be needed, the APU. What else have I missed? Oh no, I didn't actually miss it. It's actually next to the checklist. APU is starting. I should have done that. What I'm thinking is the minute I get in there, I should have the APU up and running. That's what I think. APU bleed, let's put that on. When available. Let's see. It comes on here automatically, which is nice. You see the engines kicking off here? You see them kicking off here? And it'll come up and say ready. It's going to go very hot and then get cooler again. X-Users is back. Hey, X-Users. Welcome back, X-Users. Haven't seen you for a while. That's the way Sim goes. You kind of come and go, don't you? Welcome back, X-Users, on YouTube. Where were you from again? You were somewhere. You were from somewhere interesting, no? Oh, you see, it'll say ready now in a second. Then you can put on the APU bleed. Oh. They must have done an awful lot. Oh, there we go, available. Not an awful lot of work. See the way it worked? Like it's like the real thing. Not the generator group symbol APU bleed. Thank you. Okay, APU gen is on anyway. Thrust levers are set to idle. Engine area clear. Fuel pump switches are on already. Most selected start, and let's just get a pushback first, shall we? Take the truck, please. It's really live weather. Let me just double check. I don't like clear skies, folks. I don't like them. We do in the real world. Real time, live weather, folks. Something the weather's a bit bad in Porto. I just saw a little bit of cloudage over there. We'll see. It could be gone by the time we get there. While I'm waiting for that thing to happen, I'm just going to go up to 14 now. Right. And begin the pushback, please, Mr. Man. Very good. And I set tail to the left. Loud there, neon music. Tail to the left. go. Are we going to get in the yellow brick road? Let's start up engine number 2. Engine number 2 is kicking off now. Flaps should not be there, by the way. Jeez. Stop the pushback. And engine number 2 is kicking off. Very nice. There it goes. I don't know that song now either. I just want something very quiet for the start so you can hear the engines. Okay. And let's start up number 1 now. Let's get those angry dogs. Very nice. Very nice.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this mostly uncomfortable and exhausting flight. We will be taking off shortly. We ask that you fasten your seatbelts and stow your
ever
loud
sat in an
babies
airplane
in
when
the
it's a squash,
overhead
there's one or two people?
walkers.
It's great because
Those
get this
of
whole
you
row of
with
seats to
large,
yourself.
oversized ugly babies can stow them under your feet. We also ask that your seat and table ties are in your upright position for
Taxi
takeoff.
lights.
Please ensure all personal electronic devices, including laptops, cell phones, and powered sexual implements, are powered off. Smoking is prohibited throughout this flight, but we will serve large amount of alcohol to ensure that your intoxicate levels are high for those of you who are feeling unruly. Alcohol is
gonna come up
provided
here and
to
say
ensure your
available.
personal intoxication and dehydration on arrival. Those
Excuses
of
says
you
what's
who
my
are
playlist.
mentally
Believe it or not,
compromised
Excuses.
will
It's
also
actually
be
there's available
offered
now.
alcohol.
It's actually
Smoking
YouTube
e-cigarettes
copyright-free
is mostly
music, which
definitely
took me
prohibited.
hours
This
to find
makes sense to us for
anything
some reason.
reasonably
Thank you
tolerable.
for choosing Reaper Team for your flight, and we hope
So
you
I took it
enjoy
randomly.
this journey with us.
We can all have access to it. It's copyright-free. Engine mode to normal now, and APU off. Anyone can get to it. Just look up in Google YouTube copyright-free music, or YouTube sounds. Actually, come up there as well. You know, get rid of APU bleed now, and APU master off. So it does. There is some very talented people in there, you know, and some good music, but it's really hard to find it. You've got to spend hours listening to nonsense. Do you know? Please start pre-taxi checklist. Fuel flow. Anyone knowledgeable on? No. Oh, Stephen Johnson. Hello. Wow. Even the seats have numbers readable. Yep. Welcome, Stephen Johnson. Welcome. Welcome, Dee. This is a good song from the playlist. It sounds very familiar. It does now anyway, because I've listened to it enough times. What was I saying here? Yeah, that's all good. That's all fine. Takeoff config. We need the predicted wind shear on. Let's assume we can put that on by now. We don't want any radars on with the ground, do we? I'm going to put off the spoilers, and I'm going to run the auto brakes for reject takeoff. Probe window heaters and auto heading altimeters. Runway heading. Okay, we put that in. That's auto. Standby instruments are set. QNH is also set 1004. Autopilot. Let's not activate that. Flight directors are both on 1 and 2. Auto brake to max. Elevator trim set for takeoff. Was it down 1 or 2? Let's go to init here. No, it was performance down 1. Let's make sure we can go here to flight controls. You can check your flight. You can test your flight controls. It is a simulator. Do you know? We all know that that's going to work. Do you know? But down 2. Now, there we go. 2. Oh, down 1. Excuse me. Up. You can also tell here, roughly. You know. Down 1. Elevator trim, flight controls full free, correct. Set trim is done. Taxi lights are on, parking brake, and we can get rid of that now because it's going to start moving. I'll use manual brakes. Taxi to side runway. Takeoff config memo, safe set altitude. Okay, that's all done. Let's do the takeoff memo here. We've got a few problems there. Flaps to takeoff, let's do that now. Flaps to stage 1. Don't they look lovely? Flaps wood, should I say. Very nice. Let's rock and roll. Let's go. Let us go, folks. Now it looks like we have to backtrack. We actually have to backtrack the runway. You know? Let's go nice and slowly. I'm going to line up and halt. Line up and wait, so to speak, so we can say hello to the others who've joined us and probably joined us by now. Stephen Johnson says the level of detail is amazing. It is, Stephen. It is bizarre. There's a guy, he's an EasyJet pilot. I know he's not allowed to say, but he uses their procedures. I know. I would say who is. Because the airlines do it like that. Let's say we've got permission, we're clear to go. And he flies this. He's a YouTuber. And he flies it. It's easy for him, you know, and he gives us tips on how to fly it. And he's like, this is what we do at work. This is all really quite realistic. In fact, he's taken aback by it, you know. Now, he doesn't do single pilot operations because there's no such thing. A single pilot operations in an Airbus or a 737. But he says this is it. Like, this is like sitting on your home PC flying the Airbus. And I still can't believe it. I need to get an Airbus pilot in here. And one for the 737 and get them to tell me how realistic they think it is. Now, it's nothing like flying the real plane, obviously, but so far... Oh, burp. You know, computers can do anything, folks, at home. But the level of detail is quite amazing. I try to get as much eye candy in as I can, Stephen Johnson, you know. Brian Farrell is with us. Brian, hey ho. Brian, how are you doing? Why aren't you in the pub getting drunk with everyone else? It's Friday. Brian and Stephen. And ex-users and Clappy D. So I'd have no one watching them, wouldn't they? They wouldn't allow them to have a taxiway, obviously, for planning reasons. You know, you gotta backtrack. It's a lovely little airport. This is a great one, actually. It's very nice. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's parking, maybe. That's parking. Yeah, in Spain and Spain anyway, they have shelters in the car parks. It's a big shelter to stop the cars boiling. Do you know? Which is very fancy. The airport. It's very fancy. It must be a health and safety thing. Do you know what? Now I better be careful here. My turn here, right? Now what I should have done when I entered the runway, and I am guilty, is put the TCAS on. See, the mouse doesn't work from far away. I'm going to put TA only and transponders now on. Very dangerous looking away the cockpit like that, because I could end up going over the hill, to be honest with you. There's one of the boys here. I'm going to come to a halt now. I'm going to tag up and we're going to get ready for departure. Let's see if I get this set on the center line here. There we go. Oh, I had the nose wheel. See, it was right over. And that will do. Let's just straighten the nose wheel. That was quite a good turn, I feel. I feel. No, it's not bad. That was not bad. We'll see that in recording. I am recording a Clappy D from the very beginning before I start the stream. And there we are, all ready to go. Let's say hello to the boys. Let's say hello. I hit the tag up button and nothing's tagging up. Try again. There we go. Renewable drops with us. We've also got Ghost Rider and Lib Rocketeer. We're a little bit behind you, folks. We're a little bit late there. Now let's have a look at the car park then. Just give them... Oh, they're waiting for me to leave, actually. I'll give them a few seconds. I must come in here one day. But I don't think they have an ILS. You know? So this is the car park I'm talking about. I've seen this before in Europe. I've never seen it in America. But look at this. So you park a car and it's in the shade, folks. It's in the shade. Very fancy. You know? Very, very fancy. That's a common thing in Europe now. With the EU. You know? I can hear someone... I can hear one of the boys booting up their engines here. Here comes Rib Blocketeer. They'll catch up. And Ghost Rider's getting ready as well. Let's reset cam and presume we have permission to take off. Let's get our camera ready here for departure. As you can see, we're in One World Iberia. And let's take the parking brake off. Takeoff config. Boom. Everything is green. Passengers are tied in. Park and brake flight instruments, engine, takeoff data, V1, VR2, nav equipment, landing lights. I have the... good. We're going to nose to take off there. And strobe is on. Strobe is on. De-ice transponder is set. And chrono, and let's go. Okay, folks, let's rock and roll. Let's declutter. Don't go on the runway now. He's taking off the right one, I think. Chrono started 40%, I think. It was about 40% of the engines there. 40%. Just checking they're even. It's full takeoff Toga. And all the way up to Toga. Let's rock and roll. Forward at the stick. Man Toga. SRS. Set to climb. Runway nav. And auto throttle's blue. What happens if one of those isn't working? So this is the 1% we're talking about. You know? We're just not going to call it out now. Okay, we're bombing along. We're coming to V1 now. V1, we are going no matter what happens now. VR and rotate. There we go. Positive rate of climb. Gear up. There we go. Let's start to turn. And let's now go back to climb at 1500 feet. Starting my turn. Right, 1500 feet, back to climb. Thrust climb set. Oh, there it is. Autopilot 1. Autopilot 1 is engaged. Flaps to come up next. We're slowing down a little bit. Hold on. Let's look outside. We are out of here, folks. We are on the way. We are on the way, folks. 180 knots now, flaps to come up. Look at that. Every time I sit down here, folks, I'm just like, wow. You know, it's like, look at the clouds. This could be in the real thing. You know, it's just nuts. Greetings, G-Cook Scotland. How are you? Andrea Rosoli's with us. Hey ho. Beacon, please, says Exodus. Beacon? Do I not got the beacon light on? I not got the beacon light on. God, you're right. Yeah, it wasn't on. I thought I put the beacon on. That's a sackable offence now. I'll probably chop some people up there. They walked into the engine, you know, because the beacon light wasn't on. I could have clicked above it or something, I don't know, I'll have to look at the replay. G-Cook Scotland says your overlay isn't filled out. Oh no, it isn't actually. Thank you. It's always something. Let's do that now because it only kicks off really when it's the substitute. Lima Echo. Thank you very much, G-Cook Scotland. You're a hero. Hero of the day, ladies and gentlemen. LPP Romeo. Boom. Now it is 30-minute flight. Thank you, G-Cook. You saved us. And also that clap is also for ex-users as well, by the way. I should have said that there. Sit up here a little bit. And switching to standard. No, standard once, standard twice. I'm going to leave the middle one on Q&H. Standard is set, and that's all fine. Now, because I was flip-flopping around, we've got some catching up to do. Right, after takeoff check, spoilers are off. Flaps are up. Gear is up. Lights. Oh, we're coming to 10,000 feet now. Anyway, get rid of you. Get rid of you. Beacon is on. Good, we're coming up to 10,000 feet now. So that's the takeoff checks complete. I know there's more. And autopilot's obviously on, you know, pretty much so. Very nice. Climate check, strut receivers set up, all about one stocks lights off. Altimeter below 10,000 feet. Yeah. Done. Switch to standard. And then the cruise checklist, folks. I'll take a 5 minute. Well, I'll take a 5 minute. Like when I say rest, I'm just gonna chat and look outside. So we're past the 10,000 feet, about 4,000 feet to go. Monitoring the engines and all that kind of stuff. We're on our way. We is on our way, folks. Next thing to do is descent. Sorry, not descent. What am I talking about? Approach face and all that kind of gear. Okay, let the passengers out of their seats. And we're in the cruise.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may realize your safety belt and scramble around the cabin now. We'll be passing out alcohol shortly. Please order more than just one drink at a time, as is customary. The toilets are also ready for use, while less is due now to the escape is beyond us. Thank you.
Let's take off my camera for a moment. There we go. Then we're off, folks. A quick hop. Andrea, is it Andrea? Andrea, welcome. Andrea Alozio, have I pronounced that correct? 21 minutes to go, folks. It's a quick flight. Wow. Yeah, 20 minutes. It's toilet flushing there. Let's get out of the aircraft, shall we? Arrival weather. Arrival at Porto, issued the 21st at 1830 Zulu. Winds are 310 at 6 knots, varying 280 degrees to 340 degrees. Visibility is 10k or more, few clouds at 1600 feet, scattered clouds at 4800 feet, temperature 14, 2.12, QNH 1006. Very nice. Wind is 310 at 6. Oh, it has it here because I've done that. That's not quite right. Okay. QNH was 1006. Temperature 14. (4,000 feet transition altitude). We're landing with full flaps. Let's get our minimum sorted out, folks, shall we? Let's get our minimums. Opening navigation charts. Lima Papa Romeo. Approach. We're coming into runway 17. I gotta take the tailwind. Right. Minimums are we're going catwalk. 351 feet. So it's 151 feet above sea level. 151 above sea level, that checks out. And ILS 2,400 feet, how awkward is that? 351. In the barrel. And also, are we at our cruise? We're at 14,000 feet now, which was our cruise. And we want to come 2,400 feet. And boom, boom, boom. 2004. Done. All I have to do now is press that button in. And we descend at the point at which it's going to be. Oh, here. I don't know if you can see that arrow there. We've got a bit to go. Let's do the cruise checklist, cruise and descent checklist. So, I'm going to put the approach mode on. Don't forget to put the approach mode on in here, Gripper Sim. Just a reminder to self. Got everything set in there. ILS 17. Let's check the radios there as well. Frequency 109.9, 109.9 once and twice. And course is 170 here, and it's 171 in the real world. I don't know why it's 1 degree out. Maybe something to do with magnetic variation or something. God knows. There we go. So that's all happy. We're all happy. We're fat, dumb, and happy now. Yep. All good. Let's have a look outside. G-Cook Scotland, about to take off Dublin. Just got my City Pack. Can't wait to see the eye candy. Yeah, City Pack's very good for Morbex. I have to hand it to them. I don't know if they did it or they just because they published stuff as well. You see. But they haven't come out with any nonsense for quite some years now, which is great news. Now, speaking of Warbex, I want to see if I have. Sorry, my apologies. Oh, I don't want it to come into that screen. I'm not advertising for them. Sorry about that. I'm just curious to see if they have a better version of Gatwick than I have. If they do, I'll be displeased. Just a mistake on my part. Very nice picture, isn't it? Good eye candy. Let's get my face back. Boom, and boom. Yes, very nice picture. Very nice indeed. Let's hop in the cockpit here and see where we are and what we're doing. Okay, we're going to turn in now and we're going to start descending and a fair bit away actually. Where are we now? We're at 14,000 feet. 14 multiplied by 3 is 28. So 28 miles out only. We're going to start descending and we are now... Sorry, I'm thinking of the 77 there. Don't do that, Gripper Sim. 105 miles out. So we're good. Now I can increase the speed. Get there quicker. Let's do that. Let's take over. Push the button towards you. Pull the button towards you. And you'll see a little arrow here. See the little arrow there? Let's go up. Now start moving. Just below max speed there. Now that red line, is that V&E? Never exceed speed? I won't take a picture of that, forgive me. Forgive me from what I'm about to do. I need to get a quick key here for that. Sorry, pause the screen there as you can see. Oop. Forgive me for doing that. That's to our screen. That bloody thing comes up. I didn't ask for that to come up, did I? No. No, I did not. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you look out to your left side, you see a nice rainbow. Enjoy. Brian Farrell says, you on tomorrow night, Gripper? Actually, not on Saturday nights, Brian. It's Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays at 7 o'clock Irish UK time local. And Sunday, which is the big one, myself and Colonel Clink, which is the buttons, and everyone else, at 9 o'clock Irish UK time in the evening. It's 2100 hours. Yeah, 2100 hours. So no, Brian, I'm afraid not. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 o'clock. So far, almost like clockwork. There are some days I can't get back to... You know, I'm in traffic. Can't get out. I run short, you know, at the time. But mostly it's 95% during the week, but always Sundays. I haven't missed a Sunday for since the beginning. I haven't missed a Sunday. You know. There will be one time when I miss a Sunday. There's got to be maybe a flu or God knows, but I have never missed a Sunday stream. Midweek is doing now with the summer coming up though, Brian, as well. I should be flying a lot. You know, hopefully, in the real world, and that's gonna. I don't know what effect that's gonna have. You know, am I gonna be too tired? Am I going to be late into the evening? Do you know, we'll work it out because I want to keep doing it. Do you know, and I will, but it's just it may interrupt. I don't know. Camilo Manoslav. I can't pronounce your names. Give me CAMILO. Let me just make it. I'll pronounce that. He says, "Hello, mate. Could you recommend any app similar to Navigraph with Japson charts but cheaper?" Colonel Clink uses something. What's it called? But it's still expensive. It's still the same. Actually, it's Navigraph. I think Navigraph are the cheapest. I'm just gonna take my camera off for a sec. I think Navigraph. Well, look, you don't need the up-to-date charts. You know, you don't actually need the up-to-date charts. If you know, SimBrief, do they have the charts? I don't think so. That's just flight planning. But there must be somewhere. Does anyone know there on the chat where you can get anything like Navigraph for free? Anybody? Because Navigraph have been about 10 euros a month now at the moment for that, so and this not that I know of, to be honest with you. No, I can't remember the one Colonel King uses, but you do pay for that a bit more, if I remember correctly. Let's get hot in here now. Camera's back on. There we go. Let's have a look inside. These clouds are fantastic, folks. Okay, we're coming up. 30 miles before descent. This is where it gets good. Cameo, let me know. Here, let's do what we'll do. We have time. We gotta figure out how to pronounce your name there. Any suggestions there, folks? Do you know what? Camilo. I think it's Camilo. Have a look at our Discord. Everyone's very helpful in Discord, right? Just look up Gripper Sim in Discord. Brian Farrell says, see you soon off to the pub. Well, good one, Brian. You speak sense. Speak sense off to the pub. Let's see if we can pronounce it.
Camilo.
Camilo. There we go. It is Camilo.
Camilo.
Camilo. Thank you for your comment. Sorry I can't help very much. Have a look at the Discord. Let me get you... Oh, I can't get a link for the Discord because I have to log on and all that stuff. It stops you from logging on. You got to go through the whole process if you don't log on often enough. But it's free. You just go straight in. Oh, Clappy T, Brian. Sorry, Camilo. He's just giving you there. New to the stream. Have a look at the Discord. So click on that link. People are very helpful. It's not like... I'm not on it as much as I'd like to be honest with you, except for Sundays. But people are very helpful. It's like support, but better, because everyone's so helpful to each other. You know, I'd like to be on it more often. I'm all my free time I'm streaming, you see. I should be watching television or the pub, shouldn't I? Yes, I should be in the pub really, flirting with the female folk. Camilo says, alright bro, I'm going to join the Discord. Yeah, do. Let me know how you get on. Everyone's very friendly and very helpful. You know, now it is the weekend, everyone's getting drunk, Camilo, so someone will get back to you, you know, and they're doing it out of the kindness of their hearts. Very good community, very polite. I've never seen anything negative at all, you know. Okay, we moan from time to time, you know, flight sims crashing again, you know, but that's all. Very helpful, great community. A very small community, do you know, which is nice. Camilo says, am I from Scotland? No, I'm not. I'm from Ireland, which is very similar to Scotland in many ways, but we're from that mad island beside England. You know, where everyone from the UK goes on holidays. You know, and they go to... Not enough, actually, people from the UK come here on holidays. They're missing out. I think the UK's great. Going on holidays, and it's just up across the road. Just across the road, it's great. And I haven't been to Scotland on holidays, in all fairness, so... nor England. Oh, I had some weekend trips in England. It's great. I lived in England. 5 miles to go before descent now. Here we go. That's how... Oh, what have I done? I was pressing buttons without realising with the mouse. 2 miles to go. 4 miles to go. We've got some traffic. One is 4,000 below us and descending. Now, I'm going to slow down. Back to speed. Back to managed speed now. It starts slowing down. So I'm slowing down before we get to our descent. Otherwise, it won't descend because we're going to be going too fast. And now I'll start my descent. Push that button in. And now we will start to descend, folks. And it will be nicely on profile and everything will be dandy. And we have 46 miles to go. And it's saying 6 minutes. Really? I don't know if that timer's right. Although it is free. You know, and the developer's gone to college. Do you know? Speed is good. And we're on profile. Let's think ahead of the aircraft. So what have I got to do next? Well, 10,000 feet is the next thing. And at 10,000 feet, I am going to secure the passengers. So I'll put the safety belt sign on and we'll look at the clock. There's the code, sir. That's where we're going. So 10,000 feet. Landing lights. Passengers. Then transition altitude, which is 4,000 feet. No, 4,000 feet. Where's that in here? Yeah, transition lights at 4,000 feet. Let's check the QNH. Has it changed in our arrival? No. 1006. 1006. And 1006. And everything's good because I prepared early, no? And we're getting that lovely golden hour as well. Which is nice. Do you know? So yeah, Ireland. Sorry, Camino. Yeah, Ireland. Right beside the edge of the world, really. Do you know? Which is a good thing, I think. I don't know. We're certainly connected here. I mean, Dublin Airport's up the wazoo. A little bit too fast there, but we're also too low, so I don't want to descend too much. Let's put the LS button on here at the time. Oh, we got a new follower. Nicolandia 350k has followed. Nico, I think I pronounced that right. Nicolandia 350k, welcome. Thank you for following. Do follow, folks, or follow us on YouTube as well if you're watching YouTube. Thank you very much. We don't have many people, Nicolando, on Twitch. We've been missed. Do you know? We've been a little bit missed. Usually I'm from YouTube originally. Do you know? So don't forget to hit the like button though as well on YouTube. Do hit the like button. Everyone's at the pub though. That's the problem today. Everyone's at the pub. So thank you, Nicololia. Spread the word around because no one knows we're here. That's what's happening. We're going too fast, so it's probably saying increase drag, but we'll see how it goes. We're slowing down now. What are we now? 9,000 feet. Let's do the passengers here. Let's put the landing lights on. We're coming into land here. We'll have that on. We'll have the taxi light on. What the nose that? No, it's supposed to be the checklist. Uh, 10,000 feet, fine, and
ladies and gentlemen,
speed to
we will be
50
making
knots.
our approach shortly. We ask
Yep.
that you take your drinks to your seat and
LS is
fasten
on.
your safety
Fuel punch is
belt.
fine. Flaps
We'll
landing
be
gear.
offering more
Let's
drinks shortly.
come.
Also, we would like to take
Approach
this time to
software.
thank you all of our subscribers and members for
Okay, so good.
supporting
Let's just
our
start arming up.
If you are not a subscriber
Spoilers
on
armed.
Twitter
Brakes
or member
on
on
to-
YouTube, please
I'm
consider
gonna put them on
joining
low.
in order to secure our adventures fare into the future.
And
Thank you.
I'm going to activate approach mode. Approach phase. Terminology. Confirmed. That will slow us down now a little bit. 210 knots. I'm going to activate as well approach mode here. And we're coming down. All we have to do is worry about the intercepting the ILS now and the flap schedule, etc. 19 miles to go. We've got a right identifier, Papa Romeo. Let's just check that. Yep, Papa Romeo 109.9, 109.9, 18.6 miles to go as the crow flies, and we're on track and we're on speed. And one more turn to do. And we go to manual. And don't forget, we're going to do the replay of the takeoff and the landing. And one of the takeoff and a few of the landing, just for shits and giggles. For eye candy purposes, folks. So, taxi lights do come on, yes. Okay, so it's taxi lights, right? Not the takeoff lights. Okay, cool. And we turn off lights. Ground spoilers around, barometer brake is set, and flaps 10 miles out, flaps 1. Now we just sit here. It's up here somewhere. There's someone coming to approach there. Tagging up. There's some bears around me there. I didn't say hello to the boys who are following along, but we did that. We have with us following along on the North European server. It's free. Just join us. There's no paywalls here, folks. Ghost Rider is with us, and Renewable Drop is flying along as well. So Ghost Rider's dialing 737-600, I think. Renewable Drop. I don't know what he's flying down. Maelstrom. What is that? Liber Rocketeers in the Airbus as well. And who else is here? That's with us. Can't see anybody else at the moment. We're turning on to the ILS, folks. You better pay attention. We are intercepting the glide slope on the ILS. We're 15.2 miles out, and I have activated approach mode. Yippoo. Very nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be landing shortly. Please ensure your seat and tables is in the upright position and your safety belt is secured. Our cabin attendants will be around shortly to prop up intoxicated passengers. If your baby is screaming during the approach, please ensure they are stored in the soundproof overhead locker. On behalf of Prepper Sim and Producent Buttons, we would like to thank you for taking a massive risk during this mostly dangerous flight. Thank you.
Okay, great. 12.5 miles to go. Camilo, Nick Landia. There you are. Here you are. Nico, how do I pronounce? Here, I know it. Do I have time? I got 1.8 miles to go. Once again, hello, Nick. I'm trying to find out how to pronounce your name. It's what's happening here. Let's see if we can pronounce it here. Let's see if I can do it before we get closer. Come on, do it. Come on, Google. You can do it. No, LECO.
The following pronunciation is brought to you by...
No, I can't do it. Nicolandia. Hello. Nicolandia. Let's switch to QNH here. See what happens when I'm chatting. Flaps 1. 1006 twice. 1006 thrice. 1006 QNH set. Flaps 1 is set. It's 8.3 miles to go. We're back. 6 miles out. Flaps 2. And gear down. I'm going to take 6 miles out. Oh, we'll do it now. Flaps 2. Gear down. Boom. Who's in the room? I left the dirty underneath of the gear and the carriage there. Okay, let's go manual. Let's see what I can do. No, the mouse is doing that since the last update. Autopilot's off. It's going to give out to me now. Get the correct seating position. We're trimmed. We're all good. Gear is down now on flaps 3 now. Watching for the balloon or manual. Outer marker. Wind's coming from the right at 12 knots. And I don't have to trim because we're not flying a 737. I have to remind myself, folks. I know. We're on our way. We're coming in. I'm going to zoom back a bit in my seat just to get that view there. There we go. The wind is trying to blow us off the centre line, so I've got to crab it in. I've got to get that feeling of the crab now. So really, I should have my angle like that. That wind's going to die off. Now we're getting that quartering tailwind now. That's fine. We can take up to, what is it, 15 knots? It's going to be a tricky one. With a quartering tailwind, it's you know, it's interesting.
1,000.
I got the go to now. Right. We're landing with full flaps, so we are 3 miles out, 3.5. Full flaps now coming down. I should say speed checks, flaps down, shouldn't I? I know. Yeah, it's going to take us too high in the ILS, it always does. Always does. So the last bit I'm going to ignore the instruments and go visual entirely. There we go. Auto throttle is great. Not waving about. Just get that crab position now. Okay, I'm on it. Sit on the centre line. That's what you do. When you're flaring, start at the end of the runway. Don't do. Full flaps, gears down, 3 greens. And we're good to go. So far, so good. I don't like the way I'm moving the control column a lot. Is there a bit of wind going on here? There is. It's changing like up the wazoo, that's why.
100 above.
I'm ignoring the poppies. Because flight sim does take you to... Yeah, I see. I hate when it does that. I don't want to go in too high. This should be about right here. Not, you know, up there. Anyway, I'm ignoring it. Don't worry about the glide slope. It's not me. Now, one thing I have to remember is for some reason I'm going to chop these throttles back at the back now. Someone's coming in the correct way.
40, 30.
I'm ignoring just the flight
20.
sim.
Retard. 5.
There you go. Reverse thrust. COVID. It stops way too soon. I don't think it would stop like that in the real world. Would it? Now I am jamming on the brakes. There we go. We go right or left? We'll go left. Brakes off, brakes off, brakes off, brakes off, brakes off, brakes off, off, off. There we go. Now they're all coming down. I did take the one with the tailwind. One with the tailwind, that's fine. Let's taxi and clean up as we go, right? Lord, not even know myself, folks. No bit too much. Leave it on, seeing as we're in Iberia. It sounds a little bit Iberia-ish, the music, doesn't it? Hey-o, Portugal Airlines. How you doing? Why don't I have that livery? You can see the airport down here. How cool is that? Okay, flaps up. Let's get those lights off. Damn your eyes. We turn off lights on, taxi lights on. Switch off the transponder before we cause havoc and the TCAS. Good. Brakes are off. Disarm the spoilers. We've already had a bit of power in here. Let's get going. Before we come to a halt. And welcome to Porto, folks. Porto. We're going to park at the gate. And we're going to then do the replays, folks. Now, I will switch it to daylight so you can see. I'm going off the taxiway here. Backing up. I'm looking for the boys here. They're going to come in the right runway. I know they are. The reason I came in this side because it's an ILS. Can't see the boys yet. I'm a little bit too fast there, aren't I? Can't see the boys. This looks stunning, this airport. Really does look stunning. Do you know? Let's see if we can get a marshaller here. I hate having to do this. You know? Well, no. Pushback. Taxi to Gates, please. Okay, acknowledge clearance. Come on. Now, give me my baby feet, please. Okay, in the far end. Fair enough, ski. The lighting's stunning. I've been here for a while. This is a paid airport. All of them are paid for eye candy purposes, folks, obviously. You know I like the eye candy. We all like the eye candy. We all like the 1490 eye candy, no? With the 2K on the stream. Good quality is of utmost importance. I know you see me cheating and that's embarrassing. I know. Look at that. There's a Ryanair. There's lots of EasyJets. Now, the next park spot, let me just put my eyes on it there, that one. Okay, not quite clear as to where it is though. Oh, Ryanair is moving off. Let's just give them a little bit of space there. Ryanair, you can continue there, please. There you go. There's all the drunken Irish passengers on the way home from their holidays. Burnt to crisp. I messed up there. I messed up. I know. Okay, let's put the right engine on. And let's turn this not too much per pursuit. Not too much. I've got a marshaller. I messed up there, didn't I? Get that yellow line under your bum. That's how you do it. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. And stop. And all the passengers fall. They fall over because they got off their seats before they should have. You know, they all Now at this very moment, right? I love this. I think this is hilarious, and I have to tell you, I'm one of those people, right? Parking brake on. I'm going to put the flaps back down for the replay. And at this point we could do a turn around, put on the APU, we should done all that kind of stuff, right? Trust the lights, they should come off as well before we went into the taxi and stuff like that, right? So at this moment they say, welcome to whatever, and they get off their seats and everyone jumps up, right? Everyone jumps off the seats, okay? They jump off the seats in the cabin and they're all like, yeah, get their bags out, the lockers, and it's going to take the gate, the bus has to come, the gate has to come, and they're standing crowded in the aisles for about 10 minutes on average. And standing there like dummies, and I'm just sitting here going, why don't you just relax? I just sit here, I wait, I'm the last out. I just sit here until I'm the last person out. Do you do that as well? I'll just sit and just do music or something. Wait till they're all gone. You know? That way, when I'm last out, I can ask the stewardesses out to dinner. Okay, let's do the replay. Let's have a look at the comments before we do the replay. Let's have a look back up here. Nicolandia is Italian. Oh, nice one. Nicola, it's driving me mad. I want to pronounce your name. Just bear with me here now, and I'm going to put that in, and I'm going to get it right. If it is, it could be a nickname for all I know. Pronounce No, Nicola. It's only giving me Nicola there, so on the computer. Can I call you Nicola? Nicoliander. Anyway, he says, how long have you been streaming on Microsoft Flight Simulator? God, is it 2 years now or something? When did I start it? It's over 2 years. Could be 3 years. Yeah. Oh, it's a long time. It seems... I never really thought about, you know, how long I've been doing it for. Let's get the replay going. We can talk. A long time, anyway. Well, for me, do you know? Let's do the takeoff first, and we'll keep talking about that. Pause replay. Let's get the time sorted out here. Just get a little bit daylight like it was, because you can't see anything in the dark, can you? No. Okay. So this is the takeoff, right? Now one thing I wanted to do, oh yeah, we're backtracking, weren't we? And I wanted to see if I went over the grass, okay? How the backtrack was. There we go. So yeah, it's been, Nicole, and it's been a while, you know. I haven't done videos for a while. I used to do videos all the time, but I want to get back into that. That's where I started making YouTube videos, funny videos, reviews and all that kind of stuff, but I can't but help get the eye candy, and it takes 2 days for each video. 2 full days. More usually than that. So like the eye candy, I want to get back into that the smaller way, like doing, I have an idea for doing videos again, but this season I'm a pilot in the real world, flight instructor, the smaller aircraft, and that's good. I'm going to get busy now this summer, so see how we handle that, but I want to do videos again. Alright, eye candy videos, 5 minutes, you know, fun stuff, and maybe some reviews. You know, maybe some reviews. Let's do the takeoff now. So I didn't go onto the grass at all. We'll do the takeoff and then some of the landings. I think Atlanta's laughing there, yeah. Oh, Nico. Excellent. I remember that. Nico. Done. Nico, thank you very much for helping me out there, because obviously you're struggling to pronounce the name. From Italy. Very nice. Nice one. Are you simmer as well? I take it you are, or about to be. Hopefully you're a newbie, because we're looking for newbies, because if you've just joined us, I don't know if you've watched the channel before, Nico, and Savant as well. Hey ho. Sebahat. Do join, do follow, so I'll be inspired. What was I saying there? Yeah, anyway, we're looking for newbies. So I have learned how to fly this. Now when I say learned, let's say 1% of the real thing, because let's face it, getting from A to B is the easy part, you know. So I've learned how to fly this on the street. Same with the 737, and it's going to be the same with the ATR when it comes out on Tuesday next. ATR's coming out, so I'll have 3 commercial aircraft to fly, right, among all the GA, you know. But I learn on the stream, and other people have fun watching me learn. You see, and they're going, "What's he doing now?" He didn't listen to, you know, like people come on that are experts and they text what to do, and it's all fun. You know, come on, airplane, what am I doing? Oh, I was chatting. There we go. There we go. There we go. What's recording the sound? No, it's not really. It doesn't record the sound, the flaps, the reverses or anything like that, unfortunately. So that's why the flaps are down. They weren't down when we took off. They're only stage 1. So you'll notice it's not quite... It's very frustrating, you know, because if you want to make a video, no sound. I'll have to look for another recorder. The recorder I'm using is Flight Recorder, Flea and FlightSim.to. I'll take my face off here for this bit, folks, because you want to see the eye candy, not my face. Maybe you, and we get rid of me. There we go. That's my music. So that was a nice takeoff. It doesn't simulate the gear or anything like that, but that's another nice airport. Nice, small, simple airport, do you know? There's the peaks there. It's very steep path, isn't it? Like if you look at it from here, you know. Now obviously the gear was up way before that. Post replay, let's have a look at the landing. Right. Are we too far away? Yeah. Go from here. I'm going to have plenty of passenger view. Resume replay. Let's do the first angle, which is usually the 3 wheels there. All the wheels. I want to see if this is a good landing. You can give me marks out of 10 there, folks. Ahmed, welcome. Ahmed, Aaron. Oh, thank you, Ahmed. You like the channel? I'm delighted. I'm delighted. Do hit the like button. You know, on YouTube. We need more likes. You know, thank you so much. Floppy D is saying, good landing. X-plane in 2019. I think you're referring to when I started streaming. Now, I only started streaming in Microsoft Flight Sim, though. If that's what you mean. Oh, we've a new subscriber. Thank God. Oh, it's Flying Michi. You're too generous. Flying Michi has resubscribed, folks. Thank you so much, Flying Michi. One of our long time. He's been following for 13 months now. Flying Mitch is one of our most endeared followers. You know, subscribers. Sorry. He says, "Evening all. Sorry I've been away. Been working like a dog this week. Hope you are all well." Flying Michi, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate the subscription. That's what keeps us going, folks. That was a very short landing, was it not? It just stops too... I think it's not realistic the way it stops so soon. Is that the Airbus? I'll have to ask someone. Let's do another replay from the side I usually do, don't I? And then we'll do one we'll do one from the passenger, and then one from first person perspective standing on the side of the runway. That's what we'll do. So Nika, thank you very much. Ahmed, welcome. Thank you so much. Oh, Mohammed. A-H-M-E-D. Let's make sure I can pronounce that correctly. Let's make sure I'm right here. Let's pronounce. There we go. That's Ahmed.
Looking at how to pronounce these next points in fact, including from Arabic, American, some people original.
I'm waffling on, I just want to pronounce. Forget about YouTube there now, I missed that. I'm trying to. It's Mohammed, is it? Mohammed? I'm getting into trouble now. Mohammed. Let me at man. Okay, let's do passenger view now. Let's do passenger view. Which side do we do? Let me think here. The runway is on. Yeah, that's it there. There we go. And resume replay. Very good. Fly Michi is saying, evening all, sorry I've been away, been working like a dog all week. He says, I'm guessing this is the end of the flight, or are you doing a return? I haven't planned to do a return, no. Unfortunately, I've got stuff to do for tomorrow. I'm flying tomorrow in the real world, so I've got stuff to do, unfortunately, otherwise I would. Now I feel guilty. Blind Mitch, I feel guilty. I got to do some reading up here for tomorrow and the weekend. The flying is slowly starting to pick up again in the real world, so students are appearing. Not like it used to be at all, but every little helps, isn't it? So that's cool. I'll catch up on the Sunday stream. Sorry, Flying Mitch. I would but I got to read some stuff. You know, I want to do return trips. I just don't seem to be getting the time. If I do too much flying midge, if I do too much, like too much of anything, see how quick I stopped there. See that? I didn't see the landing rate there. Let's just have a quick look at that. I didn't see that. I just don't see myself there. If that's okay with you. Just there you go. Right there. I didn't see the landing rate there. Forgive me. But if you do too much of the same thing, that's why I'm thinking flying midge of doing a little bit of racing just once a week. Even if I do it, I'm probably. No, I'm talking about winter time now. You know. With the shadow. 370 feet per minute. That's fine. Stops. Let's do a first-person view here, right? Let's do a first-person view. Okay. Here's what's going to happen. Right? We'll look at this. I'm going to go back. This is how I do my videos. Let's get back a little bit. Just to when we touch down. Just to touch down. There, right? So I'm going to be standing here. Right there, right? I'm going to go here. I'm going to disable follow mode and drone lock mode. Going to go back. Right. Zoom in. Let's have a look at that. See how short it stops. To be gone. Fly Mitch, have you decided on what racing game sim? I'd be interested, as I've got Feroza. I'm thinking of getting a sim kit to go with it. Yes. I don't know about the oh, I missed that. I'll have to do that again. I'm sorry, I messed that up, folks. So no harm, we'll do it again. I have been looking at all sorts of stuff, to be honest with you, on YouTube, Flying Michi. And they all use, like, iRacing and stuff, and there is Feroz, yes. I'm thinking about PC and all that kind of stuff. Now look how quickly stopped it. Look how quickly stopped. I don't really do that in real life. Bear with me. It just felt like it stopped very soon. Reset gun I'm looking for. I haven't made a decision of Flying Michi. Help me out there if you're interested. I know some of you have 50-50 really. Maybe I'll do it Wednesdays. I'll do some videos to begin with, right? That's the winter time there. That'll be when the flying stops for me. So I'm looking for those. There's a lot of stuff they use that are simulator based iRacing, but that's expensive, you know. There's another one that's very good called Assetto Corsa. Assetto Corsa is simulator based, you know. I will do Feroz. I'll do all of them probably, you know. Now the sim kits, the steering wheel is vital. I have a steering wheel here by now, and it's really interesting because I used to do it with a friend of mine, and I sold the steering wheel and all the gear. When I only had the steering wheel, I clapped it to a desk. And I enjoyed it, and we stopped then for some reason. I don't know why. I think I got flying again. But I'd like to do the eye candy videos with it. Doug Watt, thank you very much for subscribing. Folks, Doug Scott there, subscribe. Thank you very much, Doug. Appreciate it. Doug, great. Thank you for subscribing. I gotta get back into the videos again because since I X-Plane died basically, and I started doing these, a lot of people unsubscribed. And when I started streaming as well, a lot of people unsubscribed, which is fine. But I'll start doing the videos again. I want to do something that's manageable, you know. But I'm gonna have to think. I'm gonna make a plan for the winter. But the whole thing with the racing flying midge is it has to be accessible to everybody. Have you just for Rosa? You've just got for Rosa. I'll be doing for Rosa. Yes. The answer is yes. Absolutely. And what I'd like is for us all to kick in and we can do a live stream. We can all race against each other. You see? So we can all friend up, right? In the sim, and we can have races with the community. Wouldn't that be fun? That would be a stream, no? Just like on a Wednesday or something. You know? Let's get the camera off here. Let's disconnect the camera and have a look at this airport. Racing with friends, etc. is always better. Yes, it is, Flying Midge, because a friend of mine, the two of us got into it and we were just neck and neck all the time and it was great fun. And I have a story to tell you about that. I'll tell you now, right? I'll tell you now the story, okay? It's hilarious, okay? I had a Maine Coon cat, two of them, called Bangers and Mash, okay? This is funny, I think. But you're going to relax now for a few minutes to do that thing soon. And let me put on the cameras before I finish the story. So, we're using our, I think it was an Xbox. We're doing F1, right? This is quite some years, well, about 7 years ago, maybe 10 years, something like that. And we were racing in there and we were betting money. And of course, I thought I'd have a slight advantage if I got a steering wheel. And I thought, because he was beating me all the time on F1, on Xbox. Right? He used to beat me all the time. So I said, if I get a steering wheel, I may be able to take those corners a bit better. So I got a steering wheel and pedals. Gone to the desk. Started bidding him, winning all the money. I didn't tell him that I got a steering wheel. Why would I tell him I got a steering? Oh, this is the bad turn I did here. I said, why would I tell him? There's no rules. We didn't make up any rules. So I kept beating him. And the cat Bangers got under the pedals. I said, oh, the damn cat. And he copped it and he just stopped talking. There was silence. I said, he said, did you get a steering wheel? And I was just quiet. Anyway, he was furious. Drove down to the house. Big argument ensued. Right? Stormed off. Didn't ring me for 2-3 weeks. Right? And then he rang me one day and he says, do you want to start racing again? Alright, okay, fine. And he started beating me. So I got in the car, drove up to the house, and he bought this rig for like $3,000 with all the Fantech stuff and a Red Bull racing seat and the whole works. It was hilarious. So then we were off racing all the time. That's Producer Buttons kicking off, folks. Producer Buttons wants to get her things. But yeah, the racing's good fun with a group of us, and it could be. I want to try and make it accessible to everybody. I better get moving with Producer Buttons. Come over this way, Buttons. Come on. Over here. Over here. So yes, we'll do that in the winter. So race with, yeah. So there you go, folks. We're all good. Producer Buttons wants to say ciao ciao. Okay, ciao ciao from Producer Buttons. She wants a treat, she wants her food, she wants to go for a walk, she wants to do all those things. Don't you Producer Buttons? And I better do that, folks. I better leave it too. Sorry about that. So I'll be on Sunday now. Sunday 9 o'clock Irish UK time, local in the evening, right? With myself, Colonel Click, and Producer Buttons. And Producer Buttons, of course, who's not doing her job. And things are going to get out of control. So thank you very much for Flying Midgie for subscribing. Resubscribing for a year and a month now, over that. Doug Quat, thank you very much for joining us. Nico, thank you very much for following, and I hope to see you soon. And everyone else, Scotty D, thank you for your assistance and help as always. Mohammed, thank you very much. Nico, ex-users, Sebastian Zen, hey ho, how are you? We'll hope to see you soon next week. Camilio as well, lots of new faces, great. Camilio, I can pronounce your name correctly. He joined the Discord, and everyone else as usual. Andrea there as well. Eddie, Pip, sorry, he says I'm Porto. It's supposed to be Portugal. Oh, I thought it was Porto. It was sorry, Eddie, I must have made a mistake there. Stephen, thank you very much. Brian, Farrell as well, and everybody. I know of Limprock, Jerry Shady, Copy D, Brendan, everybody. You know, Flying Beach. Nico, as I said, G Cook Scotland. I think I got almost everyone there. I know I missed some of you out, but look, folks, I better go. Producer Button's going to kick off, and I would see you on Sunday. if you're around at 9 o'clock in the Irish, 9 o'clock in the evening Irish UK time. Ciao, ciao.